This is Justin AMZN on Thursday, April 29th, 2021, and AMZN and earnings. So we'll talk about that. But first, let's just look at the 5 minutes today. So we opened up, gapped up, new 6-month high, another new one, another new new higher high, new higher low. Few of these in a row now. Was it 1, 2, 3, fourth day in a row? I don't remember. Was this higher high? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth time in a row, higher high, higher low. Yeah, just continuing up. High wave candle starts to break down. Some bears are, selling this thing, moving it down. Bulls come in, buy it back up. It's like, why? It's so high. Don't be buying. It almost makes it back up to the high. So the high was 3503.99, and this high was 30. Nope, I'm saying the wrong candle. I read the open. The high 35.14.45. The high over here was 35.14. So by 45 cents, it didn't take out the high. Crazy. But on this 3,300 put that we talked about yesterday, we put in a really great low. I mean, it came right into $8 a few times through here. So any of these candles were a great place to be buying at 8 by 7. And honestly, just buying it blindly because it should sell off from here. If it continues to go up, at some point it's going to sell off and you get that R back that you lost when the put goes down and the stock goes up. But this would have been a great trade to get into buying at 8. It's a Thursday, looking for 4R, so 8 to 12. Would have filled up here for 12 after like an hour or so. Well, you wouldn't maybe have bought right at the open. So let's say you got in on the 840 candle and you're out in less than an hour later, or almost an hour later, 50 minutes later, something like that. Would have gotten out at 12. And then look at how small these candles get right here. This sell-off was great. And then it retraced. It did it quickly with this candle right into the 21. It's like, okay, it's got a little more oomph in it than that. You get 4 bullish candles in a row. It's so high. Yes, this is a bullish retest gap. It's going to have some sort of a bounce, but then the candles got really small. This was just like the other day where, was it just yesterday? Yeah, look at that. Same area. Look at this. Now, it didn't have 4 bullish candles in a row. It had this one, gapped up, traded sideways, just about the same level. Look at this. Traded sideways, sold off. So this was the sell-off I talked about on Wednesday's video. I played that. I should have been playing this. I missed this one. I think I had something. I was in a meeting or something right here. But look at these candles. They're so small. The range on this is way less than $1. Maybe you could have gotten into 2 of them. I don't know. Anyway, buying here, even if you bought 11 by 10. 11 by 10. Buy it at 11. Stop limit at 11, or just a limit buy at 11. Stop down at 10. And it's a Thursday for our target. Target is 15. It makes it there in a very short amount of time to 15. So you played this twice, both for 4-hour moves, and you got them. So look at that. I talked about this yesterday. Same place, same levels, slightly different trade. Because yesterday it was 1150 by 1050. And it wasn't quite that. It was a slight bit lower, but basically this same kind of play as yesterday. Even 12 by 11 would have worked yesterday. 12 by 11 would have worked over here. Oh, barely. Okay, so it's another day closer to expiration. Take a little bit of premium off. So, 50 cents off, something like that. $1 off. It's just the same setup. I missed it. Should have had it. Good to recognize the opportunity. So that sold off, moved pretty quickly. Looked like it was going to be going down the rest of its life. Nope. Stopped right here. Really big really big bearish candle. This is I can't see the volume in this one. Where's the volume? Where is the volume on my chart? I know it's behind this candle. This volume, why doesn't it tell me the volume? Oh, I think it's over on the right side. Sorry. Let me do this. Okay, so this candle had less volume than this candle. This looks like exhaustion volume. Then it puts in another lower low. And then we have an inside candle, kind of hammerish candle, and we start to move back up. So then this kind of started to rally, and are we at the end of the day? No, we're not at the end of the day. There we go. Okay, rallied back up, stayed below this level, and we're sideways. We're sideways the rest of the day. And so, you know, there was a little bit of scalping you could have done, but basically as this rallied, you could have been getting in down here, but what were the levels you were looking for? These candles are, you know, about $1. They're, you know, it's harder to get that risk reward. Getting in 10 by 9 maybe, but then you're putting at risk some of the level here. And looking for 4R, getting in at 10, looking at 14. I mean, it did did eventually make it, but it's a harder thing to do, even to trade this and hold on to it way over here. Like, we're getting minute by minute closer to earnings. So, you know, that's kind of thing. Like, just get out when you've got some movement in your direction. Get out at a previous resistance. That's in my plan. Get out at previous resistance here, like around 13, and just, you know, take 3R on that kind of move. Take 3R. That's great. Good move. Then it went sideways and just chopped around. Lost a little bit on both the call and the put right into close. And then let's talk about earnings. So in order to talk about earnings, I'm going to go back to this, and I'm going to turn on extended hours, if I can remember how to do it really quickly. Equities, extended hours. Okay, there we go. And it's going to mess with the lines. Here we go. Well, that's interesting. These lines show up here. All right, I'm going to zoom back out when I turn off extended hours. I don't know if that's for real that this comes up here, but that's interesting if it does. We are going to be looking at that tomorrow. Okay, let's see. So we ran up 3667.66, 366766 with a period there. Okay, 36.67 and 66 cents. That's a new all-time high. Our previous all-time high was 35.50. No, 35.52.25. Right. So we came back down. Oh, we're right there now. We are sitting literally at the previous all-time high right here. That's really interesting. All right, I don't think this gap's far enough that it's going to be holding this level. I think this is going to fade. I think it's going to come back down. By fade, I mean it's going to move in the opposite direction of the gap, because the candle we just had is bearish. So a gap up would be a bullish gap and go. I don't think it's going to play out that way. I think there may be some initial buying. There'll be some sort of a S curve and some initial buying. We may push back up to these lines if they're really here, or a nice round number like 3,600. And then I think there's going to be a bigger pullback. I think it could be a really big move back down in a single day. It's options expiration. It's the end of the month. So we're going to have a new month candle. Let's go look at that. I want to see the month now. Oh, it's not going to show up till tomorrow. Okay, we'll look at the month candle. We'll look at the week candle. We'll do that on Friday's video after it is all closed out, because this doesn't show up yet. So we'll save that for tomorrow. And yeah, this is still a really good gap. I mean, it'd be great if there was some sort of this is a triangle here that broke down. You see the triangle? So if you're trading just the shares after hours, oops, there's a bit of a triangle here, and then it breaks down. It doesn't really S-curve down, but it does go really flat here, stair step, and then continues to break down. And right now we're kind of in another stair step, and we'll see if we get a bigger breakdown. I don't know what's going to happen pre-market. If we can rally back up, let's go look at these lines. So I'm going to turn off extended hours. Can I undo? No. Let me go back in here, turn this off. So the level we're at, we're going to look up 366766, and we're going to look at this candle. Okay, hang on. This candle's close, because it's a pretty big candle. This one's closed and this one's open. Sorry, this one's closed. 36. I'm going to call it 3650, and this one's open. I'm going to say 3650. Okay, let's go look at 3650. Let's go see what price that is and if that lines up with any of these lines. So how do we do this? 3650 is going to be further up. Okay. We are back into the range of these candles. I'm sorry, of these lines for tomorrow. There's not something that's exactly 3650, but I think this could act as some resistance up here. And 3600, we should come back down to that at least on a pullback. We might chop around in here a little bit, and then I want to see a break of that to come back down. So this line, these lines have come from, can't even see it. Go to the hourly, see if we can see it better. So these came, you can't see it as well in the hourly. No, it was on the 5 minute. Okay, I set these candles or these lines up. They came from previous levels where we had some support coming in here on the 5 minutes. And then I grabbed that same angle and threw it in here, and just to see how it would fit. And then it played out over here, gave us some nice levels to play off of. It was really clean here and here. And so that's why I'm wondering if we take this line, if we look at where that's at for tomorrow, that's going to be around 3,600 at open. And by close, that would be around 3620. So if we can get below it, we should see some sort of, if it's going to hold like this, we should see something break down, retest into the level, and then like these did, roll back over. So if this is what I'm trying to picture for tomorrow, let me just zoom in on this a little bit. Oh, hang on. Nope. Yes. No. So it was just about ready to show exactly what I wanted to show. Okay. Let me try this again. Sorry. Obviously, I'm doing this live and on the fly because it didn't work right. I'm going to do this. Zoom in on this. Okay. Let me draw what I'm thinking is going to happen. And then I'll erase it. So we'll see if it actually happened or not. We'll go by memory, right? Something, whoa, that's yesterday. We're going to see something right back into this. No, we are back down at this level. What am I talking about? We're back right around here right now. We made it up to 3667. So we made it up to about here. And then with that triangle that came in, we're back down here. So we're right around the previous all-time high, right around here. So if we can actually have a move up, some people buying, like they missed it, up to this price, man, 3,600 would be a great level. It's not quite on this line. So that's why I'm thinking we're going to hit this line, and then we'll have some sort of maybe a double top here and then come back down. And so if we do this tomorrow, maybe just run up into a double top. I mean, we kind of did something like that here, but then we went sideways. I think there's going to be a lot of sellers because it didn't gap huge. People, anybody who's ever bought Amazon has been in it still is profitable. I mean, they were profitable at any point after hours today. They could just sell and get out of it and just, you know, it's been going sideways for, what did we say, 9 months or something? So we'll see what happens. Hope this helps. This is Justin Amazon. Thanks.